I don't care if you've been playing Gambit and trying to get Icor to throw that ass in a circle all night. If you up, smash that like button. Welcome to Black and the Black Guys Infinity. I'm your host, Cthulhu's Prodigy, coming to you live direct from the beast that smoked me out there with all that dang shit on my left. The oldest ninja in the world, old ninja.
You know what? I don't care if you've been trying to raid all weekend when you said you was raid ready and you sure the fuck ain't. If you up, smash that like button.
I'm my far right engineer, and I'm the one to do Chuck through that on French Voice Chronos.
Insert funny intro here.
All right. Did you use brackets with that, or was that the
Yes,
asterisk?
That was a forward slash or some shit. I don't know.
There you go. We back up in this motherfucker once again. Usually, I don't know if it's too early. How are we doing on statistical analysis?
It's not too early. First in chat would be, I'm pretty sure, my boy Steve. Thank you very much. He's been listening a lot lately, and he's also, I think, one of our largest single donators for Rescue Residents. So thank you very much. He recently helped fund the trip for 2 of the board members and an intern to go out to Ohio and pick up the ambulance finally. So I was supposed to go, but my life is a shit show. Y'all know that. Recently, the past like 3 months have been not great, so I didn't get a chance to go. But the CEO, another board member, and the president, another board member, and an intern got to go out there and drive the ambulance all the way back from Ohio to the high desert of California, and it made it. So I'm excited to go and see them and eventually and see the ambulance because it's a real thing. And apparently it had no AC. So
damn.
Yeah. I was like,
is the high desert around the Death Valley area?
Yeah,
Where is
Death Valley area. They live near 29 Palms. So Yucca Valley, Death Valley area. Somewhere where it's really hot, where you really want to have fucking AC. So maybe I'm kind of glad I didn't go, but I still wanted to go. So I would have been like, can we pick up like some a can of AC on the way just so I could charge it real quick?
God damn.
It just
like like in Spaceballs where you're like,
yeah.
That shit is Death Valley is supposed to be like basically over 115 all fucking week.
Yeah, well, they're probably in like the 120s by now. I mean, it's been crazy. So
oof.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm very proud of the direction that Rescue Residence is going. I'm looking forward to actually getting back into the fold. I've been kind of out of it for the past 3-ish months because of obvious reasons I've talked about before. I'm not going to repeat it again, but I'm going to get back into it starting tomorrow with the board meeting and get caught up as much as I can, and then start taking on some responsibility slowly, not all right away, because I still got a lot of shit I got to take care of, especially because I got to go to a wedding next week. And there's other shit I got to take care of. But yeah, I'm looking forward to getting back into it and helping people. So also other stats is the listener of the week is the same dude, Steve. So he's he's doubling it up.
Killing it.
Yeah, also known as XOR Zor in the chat. So thanks, man. Thanks for supporting us. And 2 of my ventures. So yeah, thank you.
Good shit. Old ninja. Okay.
No. I guess it is only 115. So yeah, I thought it'd be hotter than 115 in the Yucca Valley right now, but yeah. So it's not too bad in air quotes. If I did air quotes there, it might catch the air on fire. I'm just saying.
Oh, hey XOR, he's in the chat.
Yeah. I even shot in the beginning.
Oh, he was. Oh, yeah, sorry. I was still looking at some other stats.
No, it's all good.
Old ninja, you usually pour out something that is, I guess, yellowy tan, brown, and it's got, a head to it, and it's in a 40-ounce bottle. What you doing this week, and for whom to do?
I guess this week we're going to pour out some lemonade to Prodigy's raid-going skills.
God damn. Lemonade? I didn't even get a Mickey's or nothing?
You get lemonade. At least, hey, lemonade's good on a hot day, so be somewhat appreciative that it wasn't horse piss. So.
God damn. How dare you? You really don't have any?
Yeah, no, I really don't.
Okay, all good.
I didn't see a whole lot. I mean, I did 2 weeks ago. There was a huge plethora, so I figured that might chew people over there because there's some heavy hitters that passed. So,
For real.
I think I saw one, but I'll pick it up next week because it was kind of late and I couldn't verify. So,
Yeah, it's always the worst. And we've done that before where we've like thought that some celebrity
yeah.
had died and they haven't quite died yet. You know what I mean? Or
Mhm.
they're hanging on or with some false bullshit. And then, got egg on our face. So verify.
Yeah.
All right. Where y'all want to go first? God damn it. So much going on.
Have y'all been watching the House of the Dragon at all?
Yeah, it's only been 2 episodes though. But
Prodigy?
yeah,
Have you watched it?
I haven't seen episode 2, but go ahead.
Oh, no, I don't want to
Please.
spoil the shit out of this for you.
No. The listeners need to go ahead. Go ahead.
You know
It'll
what
be fine.
you know what I might do in the future? I before we talk about this, all right. I listened to a really good podcast called Stuff You Should Know, and they did a really cool thing about spoilers in like one of their episodes, where they literally said, "We're going to talk about spoilers, but we're going to put it at the end of the episode." So basically, what they did was they talked about the spoiler and then just cut it and put it at the end. That way, you can just skip it like all together. Like if I had time, maybe I'll do that with some of the spoilers that are like. But this is more than 2 days, so
Yeah. Go ahead.
whatever.
I'm late. Go ahead.
Yeah, so House of the Dragon took a really gross turn in the show. I'm gonna keep watching it, but I hope that like they kind of fix this and it has to do with like potential child brides, like selling a 10-year-old to like an older dude to like become and it was just like okay, that's all right. So, but it's also the same show that cut off a dude's dick and fed it to him. So, there's that. It was just to me it became extra gross, especially because like the little girl was a person of color, and it just like kind of I was like, ugh, like we're doing that, like really. So, yeah, that was a little hard to watch, but also it was hard to watch like in the last episode, the wife get brutally fucking just dismantled for a baby, and the baby died. So yeah, it's a fucked up show so far. So I guess they're just hitting it on like all the fucked up shit they can do. I don't know what the next episode's gonna be. It's gotta be like some crazy like a unicorn raping a woman or a dude or some shit with a horn or I don't know. They have to keep one upping.
Double vaginal, double anal. It's coming.
Yeah.
Come on.
Oh,
The
actually, we
DVDA.
might have gotten. Yeah, we might have gotten that in the first episode and just missed the orgy scene.
So, what did you think about this episode, Old Ninja?
So, alluding to what you're going back to what you were just talking about, it was very disturbing because, like, when it's literally the parents are trying to force like a child onto a grown ass man, and in another instance, another grown ass man is trying to push his teenage daughter on a grown ass man. So they're vying for his affection for this air quotes here for the sake of the realm. But the king, he's just like, what the fuck? What are you guys trying to do? What would you have me do? And they're just like, well, marrying their daughter would strengthen your house and prove that your lineage for a century or longer, you know, strengthen your house and strengthen the fuck King's Landing and all this shit. And he's like he's just like, asking people of his court, what do you think? And they're like, yeah, I think you should do it. And he's just like, are you serious? Like this girl is 12. They're like, yeah, but
She was 10.
no, she says she's 12.
Oh,
Or
was she
they
12?
say,
I thought she was 10.
yeah, he says she's 12. No, he says she looks 10, but she's 12. And like, there's a scene where they're talking, and the king asks her, well, she pleads the case that the marriage between the two of them will strengthen their house and their lineage for decades to come. And he's like, did your father tell you to say that? And she just kind of shies away. And he's like, yeah, okay. So what does your mother say? She's like, oh, I don't have to bed you until I'm 14.
Damn.
It's
Yeah.
all bad. But the king, he doesn't want to do it because she's a kid, and there's someone else that's older but still like a minor, at least to us. I mean, she's like probably 18, maybe, but he pledges to marry a teenage girl, which upsets the balance of power and all this stuff. So it was a little strange. I can't say that they avoided a book. I mean, I'm pretty sure HBO was not going to air like, child brides and all that shit, but
Uh,
them talking about it was bad enough, in my opinion. I'm just glad they didn't go for it. They didn't pull the trigger on it. I was like, holy shit. And they also
Yeah.
had,
oh, he's paused again. He's in the upside down. He's probably gonna drop in a second. So sorry, y'all. Yeah. Oh no, it's me. Shit,
people with
I'm the
like,
one. Hold on.
what's
I
up?
was offline for a second. There we go. And now I'm back. So
Oh,
yeah, this is I need on the list is I bought some Cat 6A cable to like run to the studio because I'm actually kind of far from the house. I'm at the edge of my Wi-Fi, so I'm actually really surprised that it actually still works from this far away. But it got delayed in shipping, so hopefully I'll have it all ran by next week. So next week I should have excellent connection. So
okay. But yeah, I think next week will be a more swashbuckling um, action adventure with the crab trappers or the crab feeders. I think that's what they call them.
that
They're
sounds fucked
literally
up.
yeah, they're literally torturing people with like sea crabs, which is
Let's
really it was gross. And it starts the episode that way, and it ends the episode that
It
way.
was eating motherfuckers
But
alive.
damn.
yeah, all
Yeah,
bad.
and they were like not big. They were like crabs like this big, just a whole bunch of them, just like
Yeah,
tearing them
they're like
apart.
yeah, just crawling all over guys, screaming in agony as they're just eating them. And they have this like I can't say it's an ogre. It just looks like someone that got severely burned and they like put a metal plate on their face or something, some crazy shit. And I was like, what the fuck? So I think next week will be like a more sea battle or something. There's probably gonna be a battle.
Oh, it's me again, I think.
But it was a little cringy just talking about a grown ass man marrying a 12-year-old girl. So
You
Yeah.
get any map scenes? Did you see any of that? Was there any maps overview of the whole land or the realm or
Mm,
whatever? Or no, not yet.
in the
maybe in the
beginning,
beginning of the
kind of,
show.
but
Yeah.
yeah, it is, but it's like it's kind of overtaken by like because it's trailed by blood,
Mm.
and like the blood is there's kind of a lot, so it's kind of like it's kind of hard to kind of follow because you're kind of focused on the blood, and it washes through like a lot of the land, but
Gosh, it's
everything ends at King's Landing with the dragons. So
yeah. This episode is again leading or kind of alluding to my theory that um, the brother, what's his name? God damn, I forget his name.
oh, Damon,
Yeah,
Damon,
Damon Targaryen, that he wiped down the whole Iron Throne with poison of some sort to
Mm.
infect his brother. Because like now you see his pinky that got cut on the Iron Throne. Now it's withering away. It's basically it's all fucked up. They have to like put it in maggots to eat all the way all the dead flesh, and his back wound is still there. He's probably got staph of some sort back in the day. So yeah, I'm fairly certain that his whole plan was to kill his brother that way and then to take over the throne. But he's not dying fast enough, and other shit happened. And yeah, I think he's gonna come back in force, probably after the king dies, because he's gonna die in a pretty horrible way from probably sepsis or something like that.
hmm yeah,
Mm-mm-mm.
he's like literally like rotting. I mean,
Yeah.
he looks okay now, but there's his
Now,
digits and his back. It's like by the fourth or fifth episode, he's probably not going to be able to walk.
Didn't the brother get banished after the first episode? Is he
he
Yep.
out
did.
of the world?
Yeah, he's
Oh,
gone. But yeah,
yeah, we see Dragonstone again. Dragonstone before it's all fucked up. So in Game of Thrones, we see Dragonstone when Daenerys gets there. It's all fucked up. It's like water damage and there's like ceilings missing. This is a complete like castle
Mm.
with a dragon like pen and shit. So it'll be interesting to see.
Good shit. Yeah, I need to fucking catch up. I just this week was not the week, but it sounds interesting. Obviously, besides the whole child bride stuff, which gotta say, unfortunately,
Yeah.
That is legal in certain states here in this country in 2022 to a certain extent. And I mean like as young as 14, 15,
Yeah,
something like
and
that.
in 2022, people are still pushing for a pregnant, like, child to have a baby, force them to have a baby, because
Yep.
of reasons.
hmm
You know.
So it is not just Middle Ages or, centuries ago.
Yeah.
But and maybe that'll bring some, I don't know, awareness or whatever to just how fucking weird and sick it is, but who knows. Yeah, more dragons on this one though? You see dragons?
Oh yeah, I didn't want to
A
bring it
little
up,
bit.
but
Yeah.
yeah, you see some dragons.
Yeah. Dragons are always cool. You put dragons in anything, I'm down. You put
Yeah.
dragons in cops. If they had cops on dragons, I'm good. Like I'll watch cops again.
Yeah, I mean, I thought the scene, however brief it was with the dragons, was fucking dope as fuck. But I don't want to give it away if you haven't seen it. I know a lot of people. There's a lot of stuff that people are watching. There's stuff that people are getting prepared to watch. So
How many dragons are there though, just in this world? 2 episodes so far that we know of.
There's a lot. There's like at least, I would say probably around 24. At
Oh
least.
wow.
Yeah.
I mean, we've only seen 2.
But they talk about there being way more. I'm pretty
Yeah,
sure
they
it was
talk-
somewhere around 24.
They talk about one. They talk about one of them that's like roaming the land, and I guess it's like massive. Like it's so big they don't know how to quantify how big it is. So, and then there's like a bunch of little ones, and there's dragon eggs. I feel like those things are everywhere.
Damn.
There's a lot.
Holy shit. All right.
Well, let's bring you in on a TV show conversation, Prodigy, because I'm actually glad that you like this show. I was kind of worried that maybe you wouldn't like it, but you do like it. Episode is called the TV series is called Sandman, and you said you liked it.
Yeah. I do like that one a lot. I'm only what is it? 3, maybe 4 in.
Okay, let's talk about the first 2 then, because I haven't watched but I've listened to the books, so I know what's gonna happen. But yeah.
I mean, for me, and again, I went in completely blind, other than what you guys said about it that first week or two. Didn't know much about this character really in terms of the lore and all of that and how he fit into this world, but he's got that helm, that ruby, and his sand.
Yeah.
And he's been imprisoned for I think a century or close to it, right?
Yeah.
That in and of itself, and then that whole sleeping disease, which I guess there is
It really
a real
happened.
disease that's similar
really
to that. Yeah.
No, not similar. I guess exactly. At least the name of the disease is biologically correct. I guess.
Yeah.
So I guess the time frame it actually happened might be a year or 2 off, but still happened.
Mm-hmm. So that's wild as fuck. But most importantly, I like the lore, the writing, the set design. Everything seems otherworldly with like what he was imprisoned in, the dream world. It's got some almost Harry Potterish elements at times, but it also just seems like I want to see where the fuck this is going next. The nightmares, the one guy without any fucking eyes is creepy as shit.
Oh, they're not. Did you recognize what they are for eyes?
I think he's too early to.
No, he would have.
see.
If he's on episode 3 or 4, he would have seen it already. He's seen episode 1, really.
I guess maybe I missed it then. What are they?
His eyes are teeth.
Their teeth? Oh.
Next time you see him, his eyes are teeth. They're like little mouths. And so, like the first scene that you see him in, it's kind of explained more in the books, I guess. But when you see like the first scene where like the woman is missing her eyes, it's because he ate out her eyes with his eyes.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually,
he's a pretty fucked up dude.
Because there's a scene early on, because they try to allude that he has weird eyes, but instead of him he cuts the eyes out and then he feeds into his eyes, but he's not facing the camera. I think around episode 3 or 4 is when he fully takes them off. But I don't know if Prodigy's gotten that far yet.
They do it on episode 1 and 2. Go ahead.
Yeah, I've seen him take it. I've seen him take his glasses off. I just didn't recognize the whole mouth aspect, but
yeah, they're definitely mouths. You can see the teeth. But they're flat teeth. Maybe that's why you didn't really recognize them. They're like flat white teeth.
I mean, you'll see them again. It's not they're shown prominently later on for sure.
Yeah. But so far so good. I'm fucking intrigued. It just was one of those things where I didn't get a chance to go back to it this past week, but
Yeah.
I like it a fucking lot. It seems like they put money into this.
Mm-hmm.
Like it seemed like they spared at least first 3 episodes or whatever, spared almost no expense in terms of like the budget and whatnot. But what did you guys think? I know Old Ned, you already talked about you finished everything single
Oh
episode, right?
yeah, I couldn't stop myself. It was so good. I will say this. It was definitely a very dark fantasy that I really liked, and in a weird way, it still kind of fits in with Loki. And I already said it before in the comics last summer. They did a crossover.
Wait, one more
So
time, rewind.
if they come back with
You broke up a little bit. It fits in with what?
Lock and Key, which is also on Netflix, and also a comic. And they had last summer they had a crossover. I think it's a little too early to get that on film as a TV series, but I think a lot of fans are going to be excited that maybe that's coming in the future. So we'll see.
But Lock and Key is. I thought that was Marvel, wasn't it? Is that DC?
I don't know. Actually, I might be
Oh, you know
another
what?
vertical.
I'm thinking of the other duo, the cloak dude.
Oh, you're thinking Cloak and Dagger?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
That definitely
Or,
wouldn't fit. So yeah,
yeah, no, but Lock and Key fits pretty nicely.
like a Lock and Key.
And Lock and Key has like 2-3 seasons now, right?
On its third season, which just came out literally the week after Sandman.
Good shit. Okay. All right. Yeah, I mean, so far, Carlos, go ahead and get in. You said you've seen the first one or two.
I saw the first two, and what I really like about, I mean, obviously the production value is rather high, and what's cool is like they seem to be using like an older style of filmmaking in the show. I think it's David S. Goyer. I think he's the director, and just the style, like the look of the way they're making. It's not really a film. They're basically filming it as a film. So I'm gonna call it a film, even though it's a episodic series. But the way they're filming it, it's kind of like an old school method. Like the filters that they're using is kind of old school filters. All the fills they have to it like looks really kind of old school, but with a modern twist, with like using modern CGI and stuff like that. I think is really cool. One of the best things about the show that probably Prodigy does probably enjoy is that they're going through different mythologies throughout the whole show. So like you see like Cain and Abel in episode 2, and that's like really cool to see them, and then you get to see like gargoyles and shit like that, and like Death and Morpheus, these greater than gods, beings in the universe are like really interesting to see. And I'm a huge mythology fan, and so like seeing these mythological things like come to life on the screen it's just amazing to me. Like, but what's funny to me is like when Cain and Abel came on the show in the book, from what I remember, it was like way more violent. Like they don't show like the violence that Cain does to Abel really in the show for some reason. From what I remember, I don't know why they did that, but maybe they are kind of trying to tone it down a little bit. But it's definitely more violent from what I remember in the book. But it's still really really cool, and like seeing like where they're gonna go next, and like when I don't know if you're at the point to where they introduce like his old, I think his wife or his girlfriend. It's like really interesting. Him trying to find her and like get her out of like whatever. It's like it's really cool. It reminds me of like, because I think Neil Gaiman was also the writer of American Gods, so, and he also wrote a bunch of other mythological takes on stuff. So I love the way that he reinvents rather well regarded mythology throughout the world, and just like mixes them all in together, and we're like, hey, this is way cooler this way, isn't it? And it is. So thank you for writing like that way. I really appreciate it.
I saw some.
Sorry, you want really quick? You want to know what else he wrote?
He wrote a whole bunch of shit.
Yeah, but one of them's kind of like what a lot of kids have seen, but it's very dark. It's Coraline.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Now I always associate that with Tim Burton.
He's
Am I
the
wrong
director.
on that?
Yeah.
He was the director, but it was
Okay.
written by Neil Gaiman.
Gotcha. Okay. The thing that I saw interesting online about Sandman was they were kind of iffy on whether or not a season 2 would actually happen just based on the budget alone. And I'm like, oh, I really hope to see more. You know what I mean? Because once you get a taste, you want this this fucking shit to continue. I think it's doing well. I mean, a whole bunch of people are talking about it. Some people like the old Ninja slammed through it the first fucking 2 or 3 days.
Yeah,
But
3 days, man. I had to pace myself because I was just like, what the fuck?
Mm-hmm.
I got sucked in. It was just, I just like that tone and this dark fantasy stuff. And it's funny because Neil Gaiman and David S. Goyer were working on this very closely. Like Neil Gaiman, uh, you can watch the interviews with the actors online. It's on YouTube, right? The actors were just like, hey, at the casting, Neil Gaiman was there. He literally handpicked each actor for their part. Like he okayed them at the casting call. Like, hey, I want this person, and I want this person. I guess they weren't when they went, they weren't aware that he was going to be there.
Nice.
So one of the actors, the actress that plays Death, she had read the novels or the graphic novels and didn't know he was going to be there. So
Freak
she
the fuck
kind of
out.
yeah, she found out with him sitting there, so she kind of freaked out a little bit. But
So the one that's playing the Sandman, I had never seen this fucking actor before, but he is a creepy looking dude. Is that
Yeah.
close to the book? Is that
Yeah.
pretty accurate? Are you
He
pleased
looks
with it?
very accurate to the book. Yeah.
mm-hmm.
Even though, even like his hair and like the way he's skinny but kind of ripped, it's fucking weird. But yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he looks otherworldly. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm just like, okay, let's fucking go. This works. He doesn't seem like he's from Earth. So yeah, I'm down to see more. I'll definitely catch up all the way, probably this weekend.
So, did you see where he escaped or no? Did he escape?
Yes, he's definitely out. His one librarian
Mhm.
person,
Yeah.
yeah, she was like, hey, things have changed a whole lot since you've been gone. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
But yeah, he's out in the world, and he wants to get back his helm, his ruby, and his fucking sand. So
Oh, so you haven't gotten? He hasn't retrieved any yet.
no, not quite yet.
Oh boy, that's the adventure right there. That's what, man.
So now
You're
there are,
about to meet characters.
people are
Yeah.
making like the Sandman Morpheus helmets now on
Oh.
Etsy. It looks really good. Like, yeah.
Creepy,
Dude, I
pretty
want to
neat.
see cosplay of it. I want to see Halloween costumes. Let's go.
Yeah.
bro. The cosplay of it is literally just a Nine Inch Nails fucking video. Like, that's what that shit looks like.
Are you Trent
It's fucking
Reznor?
wild.
All right.
Yeah, pretty much.
Holy fucking shit. Yeah, man. I'm all the way fucking digging that shit. It's 11 episodes, right?
Yes, they introduced a 11th extra episode like a week and a half after. I watched that one. That one was a little weird, but it also gained a shit ton of lore, like a lot of shit between him and this new character. So I was like, what the fuck? It's crazy. But
Shit. Yeah. All right. Did we finish up all of the stuff with Gamescom last week? I can't remember. Did we get it? Most of them?
I think we got the vast majority of it. I mean, there was probably a little bit more, but we got most. We got the heavy hitters. So
Okay.
yeah.
What are you doing Steam Deck wise these days?
Right now, I'm playing a game that actually is not Steam Deck verified, but it works on Steam Deck. So this is what I love about Steam Deck is that even though shit doesn't work, you can either it's gonna work right away or you can do like some tweak that'll make it work. I made Riftbreaker work with it with a tweak that I looked up on like a Steam Deck forum, and then Loopmancer I got to work on there basically out of the box. So Loopmancer is really cool. It's basically like a rogues-like game that's a side-scroller shooter and like melee thing. It's really cool. It's all about like reflexes and shit like that. And you have a sword, a gun, and some grenades and shit, and you're just fucking up everybody and cutting off limbs and shit. It's a lot of fun. So right now that's what I'm playing, but usually I usually go back to Vampire Survivors because the game it's basically cocaine at this point. And what was the other one that I played? Oh, and Have a Nice Death, another rogues-like game. that's incredibly fun to play, and it's difficult, and I die a lot, but I'm death, so it doesn't matter. I just come back.
You're no longer on that lamb sacrifice something?
I was trying, but I kind of messed up. I need to go back to it. It's called the Cult of Lamb. It's incredibly fun, but I messed up a little bit because you have to make basically you have a legit cult, right? You have to build up like this cult to to help you like with getting extra equipment and gear and like raising your life and all that stuff up. And I messed up a little bit in the game by like not having enough resources, but I need to go back and play it to like kind of fix that and make sure I have enough resources to like continue playing the game. But it's still a lot of fun. I just haven't played it for the past like week because I've been trying to play like different games and like just fucking with it. So far, it's been a lot of fun. One thing I did notice today is that I got, because I have the 300, I'm sorry, not 300, the 512 gig version. It comes with like a free virtual keyboard. Well, it's like a skin, but I think the skin on that, because I looked it up, because like I was typing on it earlier, and there's like it doesn't register all my clicks for some reason.
Oh,
And I think it has to do with like that virtual keyboard, and it kind of sucks. So I need to go. I think it's just the virtual keyboard that I'm using. I'm gonna go back to the default one and see if it's any better. But that's definitely something that I noticed recently of like not working as great as it should. But luckily, you don't unless you go to like desktop mode, you don't really have to worry about the keyboard that much unless you're searching for a game, in which case you'll miss like a click or two in a search. But if you're trying to like type shit like your password or something like that, it's extremely fucking annoying to deal with that with the keyboard. I don't know if that's like a recent thing. Actually, it's not recent because I looked it up, and it's been an issue with like a lot of people. So I can plug in a keyboard though and just make it work just fine. So
okay.
Really quick, there's a couple things I'm surprised Cronenstein brought this up, unless I wasn't paying attention. But there's maybe 3 things you might have missed. A couple big things. One was did we talk about the new DualSense, the DualSense Edge?
Oh no, that did happen last week. Yeah.
There was that. There was also the what I'm looking for. I just passed it. I guess the former boss of GTA. He has a new open world game coming out. It's called Everywhere, and there's like a trailer.
I talked about that. Was it everywhere?
Well, was that everywhere?
It's let's be honest. Did you watch the trailer?
No, I didn't. I heard about it, but I didn't get a chance to watch the trailer.
It's a big nothing burger trailer, for real. It's a bunch of bullshit that tells you nothing, and it has like a whole bunch of stuff that could work, but it doesn't look. If you go to like everywhere.game, it's where you can find like more information on it, but it's not enough like information right now. And I also want to talk about open world games in general in a little bit, not right now because I don't want to cut you off totally. But yeah, there's issues with open world games right now.
Okay, and then there's the other one which we didn't talk about, which was like a highly anticipated sequel, like 12 years ago or whatnot, which was Dead Island 2. Got a trailer, but the trailer didn't really show. It just showed more zombies and shit. But I guess IGN has a hands-on preview. I don't know if there's a video, but they talk about it. The trailer to me was kind of lackluster. It didn't really show me anything new, anything like amazing. Like it didn't show me why I should buy this game. Like I have Dead Island. I thought Dead Island was cool because 4-player co-op killing zombies. It's not like Back 4 Blood, which was amazing, but right now I don't see anything that says to me I should buy Dead Island 2 with this Lenny Kravitz looking person in the game.
I don't.
So
I do not trust any Dead Island. I think
Okay.
if you were on the tape, I bought Dead Island,
yeah.
the original, a long time ago, and that was one of the buggiest fucking games that I played in a long time. Well, up until like, I guess Cyberpunk, which is going to get into. I'm going to get into it in a little bit. But open world games, the state of open world games right now is shit. All right. The first Dead Island, it seemed so much fun, but there was a bug with the save game, with the autosave. And I played the game for like 6 hours straight, and I lost fucking everything. And they told me they fixed it, and I played it again, and I still had the same problem. I just tossed the game. It's somewhere. I couldn't play it again. I'm just like, if I can't trust a goddamn save, like we missed the point of a fucking video game here, guys.
Yeah.
Like,
What's funny is everyone was reporting that the same thing with Cyberpunk.
yeah,
When they finally fixed the game, everyone had already left. I
yeah,
played the game when they finally fixed the save. That's when I literally booted the game for the first time. And I had that kind of thing. I'm like, why is everybody complaining? This saved just fine. I'm able to go. But then I was reading all these people. Cronus had his story. There's literally like hundreds of people like, why can't I fucking save? I did all this shit. I did like secret missions. I found this shit, and then I'm literally back at the beginning of the fucking game. So they're like, super mad. By the time they fixed it, everyone abandoned the game.
yeah.
So,
Yeah.
but I managed to play the game with people. I managed to finish the game, but I waited I waited till the game dropped in price to like I think it was $10 to $15.
That's reasonable.
Then I picked it up for $10, $15. I'm like, all right, let me try to get past the save thing. I'm gonna try to manually save as I go. But then there was a patch, like day one patch for me. So this is probably 30 days later, and it worked just fine. It worked just fine. But nobody was playing. I had to
Yeah.
like beg people to play with me, and I finally got some people to play, and we managed to beat the game. But it was a long
But-
time coming.
But all of that goes back to how the fuck do you let a game truly go gold with that blatant of like a QA error that's going to frustrate everybody within the first 30 minutes to an hour? Like
Bro,
shit.
that wasn't the only glitch. There was a game breaking glitch.
Yep.
There was another game breaking glitch that was in the game that they had to fix. It was terrible. It was plagued with stuff. So,
Well,
um,
go ahead.
are you going to talk about open world games? Because I got one more game real quick.
Is it open world?
No,
Okay,
it's
go ahead.
racer. It's called Wreckreation. It's basically a new Burnout where you can build shit. I guess you can build cars and other shit.
Okay.
I haven't had a Burnout in a long fucking
Recreation,
time.
okay.
Yeah, it's Wreckreation, so wreck and then reation, so like a car wreck. But I mean, technically, the new Need for Speeds is Burnout, kind of, sort of.
No, it's not. All right.
I say kind of, sort of,
Yeah.
and not exact.
We need a new
I mean,
Need for Speed. I'm sorry, we need a new Burnout. That's one of the best racing games of all time.
It
My
is,
opinion.
but Criterion got bought out by EA. Now they make Need for Speed, so
It's not the same.
it's not the same. It's
Yeah.
definitely not the same. What I would take. I don't know if anyone ever played this game, but it's Blur. It's a game called Blur.
Yeah,
It's basically
It's like Mario
real world
Kart.
cars with Mario Kart. Yes,
Yeah.
that shit was on. It was like you were driving through a like EDM city, and like you could pick up Mario Kart things. You could shoot like basically a red shell and shoot mines and repair yourself. That shit was dope. And you could drive like an Audi or like a Charger. It's fucking dope. Even though they didn't have the rights to those names, they still had like the body type. Just called them different. The game was so fun. And you
Same
could
with
have
GTA.
20 people. There's 20 people in the race.
Yeah.
Same with GTA. They didn't ever have the license for it, but a fucking Lambo in GTA.
It's
Yeah.
the same deal. So those are the ones I think that we kind of missed that we didn't really talk about. But that's pretty much it. Everything else I'm not too enthused about. A lot of them are the rest are kind of open world games, like the Lords of the Fallen and some of this other stuff.
Well, we talked about Harry Potter, I think, too, right?
We
Harry
did.
Potter- Yeah. Okay.
But we talked about that a lot, and we talked a little about the Expanse game. But there's
It's
some other like
Telltale,
yeah, we talked about some of these look indie, like the Dredge, some fisherman game. We talked a little bit about Killer Clowns. I didn't get that much information, but I guess it's a 3 versus 7 game. So 3 clowns versus 7 people.
That sounds sort of fun. Could be.
Yeah.
Depends on
Yeah.
how they do it. So
Yeah. So we'll see. And then none of us has really played the Dark Pictures like anthology of games. They're really fucked up, and I guess they're doing another one. It's called The Devil in Me. It's supposed to be really gory. Those games are actually pretty kind of fucked up.
okay.
If you ever played what is it? Until Dawn, those
okay.
kind of games. It's basically those type of games. I believe it's set in the world of Until Dawn, but I'm not 100%. But those type of games, they're all linked together, and they have a lot of stars in them, like Sean Ashmore, and I think they brought back Hayden Panettiere. Maybe there's like a bunch of stars and stuff in these games, so they're kind of fun.
I
So
still haven't played it until done.
really,
Mm-hmm.
it's pretty awesome. It's pretty fun.
All right, go ahead. Get in there, Kronos. Go ahead. I know you've been waiting.
All right, I'm gonna talk about open world games and the state of open world games today. I actually watched a video. I'll give credit where credit is due. I watched an X-Play video on YouTube today about open world games. It's literally called "No More Open World Games." And at first, when I watched this, when I first read the title, I was like, I don't want to watch this shit because it's like 30 minutes long. But and also I just the premise of it, I was like, I don't really agree. But after I watched the video, I kind of started thinking. I was like, you know what? I kind of fucking agree. Open world games in this generation, especially, are fucking shitty. They're shitty. Think about every single buggy game that you've played recently. More than likely, it was an open world game on this generation, even the last generation, and they were just pure shit. And I think the last like really good open world game was with like not a lot of or really no bugs was probably like Zelda Breath of the Wild. Honestly, even great games or good games like what was that? Again, they don't
Mass
fucking like,
Effect?
huh?
Mass Effect?
No, Mass Effect Andromeda was fucking shit.
No, I didn't say Andromeda. I just said
Okay.
Mass Effect.
Mass Effect wasn't really open world. Andromeda was open world.
Yeah, well.
Yeah. So see, there's more to our point. What was the shit with Aloy? What's the name of that game?
Horizon Zero Dawn.
Yeah, Horizon Zero Dawn. The latest one was full of bugs. It was still a good game. Don't get me wrong, but it was full of bugs. And I'm tired of like playing open world games that are just like terribly done. And they're full of bugs. Shit doesn't like shit that should work doesn't work all the time. And I think people are just kind of used to it. Like I told you like last week, I enjoy playing the latest Saints Row, but that game is buggy as shit. It really is. Like today, I was doing a mission with a tank, and I ran into a building, and I literally couldn't fucking move. I had to restart the fucking mission because I couldn't move. I wasn't dying, but I couldn't move. I had to restart missions, I think twice so far in the playthrough, because something was broken within the mission. And this is beyond like the other like just miscellaneous bugs that are in the game. Like almost like I would say probably 50% of the time when I get out of a vehicle, I take damage. It's not a lot, but I'm taking damage. When I'm driving down the road, I see pop-ins with vehicles still, and it's like, bro, this is like PS5, Xbox Series X era of gaming. You can definitely have draw distance basically be non-existent in this generation, but I'm still seeing cars pop in. Or when I'm having like a car chase, for some reason I can't outrun the cops because they'll just appear behind me or in front of me or in the side of me, and it's like, why are you doing that? Like it seems like it's an unnecessary difficulty for shit like that, and because it's poorly coded, or having like I've had times where like I was literally stuck in a reload animation where I couldn't shoot, or I'll get stuck in. There's various other things like in the game. And don't get me wrong, the game is still fun, but it's buggy as shit, and it's something that I think that we're growing more and more used to, but we shouldn't. Because there's other games that are like way more, focused on like story and like having a linear storyline with way less fucking bugs that are way easier to play, that are way more enjoyable. But for some reason, people, and especially like most of the open world games today, the maps are so fucking big that they're basically empty. Like you'll have whole sections of maps that you'll never go to, and almost every single modern open world game, you'll never go to these places. For some reason, they're coded there. Somebody had to write the fucking code for that shit, and nobody goes to them, And it's just like I don't understand why they keep making open world games as subpar products. And I don't think gamers in general we enjoy good open world games, but when we keep having like worse and worse open world games, I think the industry needs to fucking stop and either take the time to actually write the code to make a true open world game correctly. If it takes you fucking 10 years, I don't give a shit. Or just stop making them. Like for real. Starfield's going to come out. They talked about it on X-Play. I don't have any hopes for Starfield. Look at Star Citizen. Star Citizen had, that's an open universe game. It was on Kickstarter like fucking basically before Jesus was born. and they've raised millions of dollars. It's still not out yet for the consumers, for the vast majority of people. It's still not out yet, and it's still in alpha. But they've already got millions of dollars, and they're still trying to write this code. I'm just like, dude, I think at this point, people like companies need to take a step back from the open worldness and just write an actual good narrative for a game and just make it linear with like some offshoots. But having all this shit in games that's like it's just too much shit, and people that don't have enough time to write the proper code to really make a good game anymore for open world games. What do you guys think?
There are. I have to see the video to really.
To make good points.
Well, I'll have to see the video to make sure I get all of their examples. Obviously, I don't play every single game. I still think in general, Rockstar, has knocked it out of the park with their latest, mainline open world games.
But that was that was the PS3 era.
Well, I said the really the last two, because 2018 was Red Dead Redemption 2, and that was certainly an open world game that was incredible.
Yeah.
Again, I played for the last 4 or 5 months this year. Elden Ring was certainly an open world game that was incredible.
Yes, that's an exception. Totally right.
Yeah. Dying Light 2, I was looking forward to. I talked about that game since 2015, at least the first one. Second one had a whole lot of buggy shit, and I will not defend it. So, and then I also say this. Again, I'm just thinking of examples. I tend to not like a lot of the Bethesda ones. I did not like Skyrim at all. I thought that was quite buggy to me as well. But the worst example, to me, has been Fallout. Fallout 4, it just ran like fucking shit on the PS4. And I played it not only at launch, but months later after a whole bunch of patches. And so I think it depends on the studio. I think there's some shit examples. I think that in general, now that I'm really going through my memory bank, there may be more examples of some buggy open world games as compared to shooters. But yeah, I'd like to see what examples they clearly articulate in the video in more detail before really going in or whatever, or maybe I'll completely agree. But I will say this. There are some areas of every map that I prefer over others. And, it depends on the gameplay and whether I like the game a whole lot, whether I'm going to explore everything. The other great example, I'm sorry, I got to go back a little bit. Witcher 3 Wild Hunt was an incredible open world game, and it was probably one of my favorite of all time. So when it's done right, you get all the accolades and the praise out of me. But, when it's a buggy fucking mess, I'm not going to give it any sympathy either. What you got, Old Ninja?
Well, real quick, before Ninja goes, what was really cool about the X-Play video is that they actually went back through the history of open world games. And it started way before I thought it was. This goes back to, like, the fucking early 80s.
Yeah.
There was, like, an arcade cabinet. It was basically an arcade cabinet of, like, this. You got to watch the video, but it's, like, a really cool, like, flight simulator type deal thingy where you can go anywhere. It was the first time you could, like, do it. So go ahead, Ninja.
Yeah, I'd have to say part of what Prodigy was saying, I have to kind of agree with. Like, it definitely depends on the studio. Especially recently, with the hit of 2020, we see, like, teams getting scaled down. Having been someone that's created a game myself, there are parts of open world games that Kronos had talked about where you go somewhere and it looks interesting and it looks like there should be a mission and there's nothing there. Sometimes that's from a production standpoint where it was supposed to be either DLC or an area that was going to be a mission, but because of either budget or time had to be cut. And they just left that area. They probably took out a bunch of assets from that area and just left it enclosed. They closed the area with a mountain or something and just left a wide area and just went forward with the rest of the game so they can get it out on time. So, Yeah, it's funny that Prodigy keeps bringing up these old games. Like another one again that was open world, and I think for me was probably one of the first multiplayer open worlds was Fable. Fable 2. Fable 2, you could play two people online and play through your mission. Open world, go anywhere, create your character, all that good stuff. And that had a great story. I didn't see any kind of like bugs or whatnot. Oh, there's one bug that I ran into. But other than that, the game, and it was like a super, it wasn't like a bug that was tied to the main story. It was like a if you wanted to do this side quest that really didn't mean a whole lot, it was just like a kind of a clout kind of thing. You could do it just to get the achievement, but the game came together well. There was a lot of every space was kind of utilized, and this is back, you know, Xbox 360 days.
Mhm.
Uh, but like we saw issues with Andromeda. I don't know if I mean I knew because I kept up with like what was going on with Casey Hudson, who was the program production lead on the game, where they were moving personnel from Andromeda to Anthem, and Anthem was another open world game where both of them suffered because they did not have a full creative team and they're facing deadlines
Christ.
from production standpoint. So
Yeah.
they just kind of closed off a bunch of shit and tried to patch it together. And like apparently the team for Andromeda was like 20 people or less at one point. Like and there had like 50 to 75 people on Anthem so they can hit their window, so they can get this market. And Anthem, as we know, just turned out to be shit. You can get that game for probably $3 right now.
So much potential with that game. So much potential. But they
And
fucked it all up.
yeah, so the thing,
But
I mean,
I was,
games back then, we knew when they were coming out, they usually came out on time. Usually now, we're seeing, especially within the last 4 years, a lot of late games, a lot of stuff that's either missing or falling off or whatnot. I think with the right studios, we can get a great open world game. We can get that great storyline. Like usually with like Horizon, there were some bugs. They kind of patched it over time, and because I hit a couple game breaking ones. So, but they
Yeah.
kind of patched the shit up. So, I mean, the game overall, the game is still great. But there are other games like you said, Anthem, Cyberpunk's 2077, the Fallout 76, a couple of other ones. Even I don't know what Outsiders is a open world game. Is that not?
It is, but I mean that one was not. I have the
Oh,
game. It wasn't great.
yeah. Exactly.
I talked a lot. I talked it up a little bit previously to listen to the podcast, but apparently the new DLC for it makes it really good. I have to go. I can play
Hmm.
it and try it out, but I definitely didn't get through 25% of the game.
mm,
Yeah, and I don't. I believe that it's either out now or it's out next week or something. It's out pretty.
Yeah, it's
It
like
should be somewhere like
it's
that.
World
Somewhere around.
something. I forget what it's called.
Yeah. So I mean, it really depends on the studio
World
and like.
Slayer. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. I highly agree with Prodigy about studio, the timing, the budget. Everybody know like once you mention EA, everyone has an opinion about EA and their games. All you got to do is just mention that name, and you already know. Um, FromSoft is another one, a new one. A lot of people are like, oh, great games, whatnot. Everyone's starting to love them. You mentioned Hideo Kojima, who could, easily do open world pretty much, and everyone loves it, no matter how fucking weird it is. So,
Well, not everybody. I mean, his last game, not everybody loved. I did,
yeah,
but
yeah, exactly.
I can
It's
understand the
weird.
criticism though. Like it's a
Yeah,
walking
of course.
simulator.
So I think what studios now need, what they need to do is when they set their plan, I can't think of the name, what they normally do. When they set up your plan and what you're trying to do, um, stick to it. And if you falter because of technical difficult or like technical hurdles, production cuts or whatever, obviously they adjust, but don't try to lie to yourself. I understand your investors want to see product, but if you're not going to have a quality product because of, your direction is off, you need to do something to make sure it's going to come out so it is good. Either delay the game we as consumers, we don't care if it's late. We want it to be good. We're gonna give you our hard-earned money. We want to play something that's good and enjoyable. I understand you guys want to make money. That's true, but you're gonna get a lot of flack and even lose money if your product is shit.
And, I think this is why Rockstar has not put out, a new GTA in basically 55,000 years. Because I think I think that they're what worked for GTA 5. They keep putting out DLC because they know the code that it's on works. And I think that whatever the coding for the next generation is not working, and I think that all these studios, they get the next generation of console way before you think they do.
Yep.
And they're trying to make shit work. And if they come in with something really ambitious, like I heard there's a lot of talk in the industry about the next GTA being at least as large as the United States.
Mm-hmm.
And that is so fucking ambitious. Even if you condense it down, into basic, regions, that is so ambitious. I don't think that it's going to work. I think that it's going to take Rockstar. Maybe they can do it. It's going to take one studio to do it and make to set the record straight. But right now, this generation of console, you got Elden Ring, and that's it for the whole game. That's done right.
Can I bring up a couple quick others just as you guys were talking that I think we in general liked? In fact, I think in general we love. Spider-Man and even the Miles Morales standalone DLC were great open world games. Yes, they're not the typical type, but truly open world. And then the other ones I want to bring up, and not all of these hit really hard, but Assassin's Creed Origins.
I knew it. I was waiting for it.
Assassin's
just
Creed.
thought about it too. I just thought about it.
You're making my point though. These are all last gen games. Miles Morales was not. It was in both gens, and it was good, but it was also a 9-hour game. And it was based on an engine that was from the last generation. So all they really did was just take a game that already existed and just improve upon it.
That's
from the last generation.
That's totally fine. And remember, I'm just saying in terms of Spider-Man being an open world game. Remember, it came out what was that? 2018, 2019? It's still fairly recent.
Well, yeah,
as recent as Red Dead Redemption 2.
Yes. Well, what my point is, I think you might have missed this when I was talking though, is that this current generation of consoles making an open world games are missing hard as fuck. Like I said, the only game that has come out that has been actually really good, that has had relatively no bugs, and has been critically acclaimed is Elden Ring for this generation. And the PS5 and Xbox Series X has been out for 2 fucking years now. 2 years, and we have one technically good open world game. That's fucking crazy.
Well, I haven't played this one, so maybe you both have. I don't know, or maybe one of you has. I heard great reviews or good reviews on AC Vikings.
No, it still had bugs, man. It had a lot of bugs. Yeah.
Okay. I didn't play it.
I have it.
What about the which generation was Origins? Was that
last
generation? That was PS4.
Yeah,
that was PS4, and it was really good. But I'll also say this too: there are times, and I think the PS4 era proved this. The games got better and better throughout that life cycle.
Yeah, for sure.
For sure.
Yeah.
So hopefully that will be the case. Hopefully, but there's been some duds. Like I said, I really looked forward to Dying Light 2. That shit was fucking whack as fuck.
That's the worst, isn't it? When you're looking forward to a game and it's fucking shit.
Yeah. Oh, dude. Anthem was like that for me.
Yeah.
Dude, never forget, Anthem was touted by EA as a Bungie Destiny killer.
Yeah,
they went directly at Destiny and said, "We got something for that ass," and they didn't have shit.
But they farted.
No, Anthem was like cigarettes, all right, like a good menthol cigarette. The first time you played it, oh, this is fucking great. This is the best feeling ever. And all of a sudden you smoke again, it's oh, this is not. Oh, no, I don't feel anything. Oh, fuck, this shit sucks. Now I'm just dying slowly.
No, yeah. Well, it was, and you can also make the same analogy with cigarettes again. Is that when you're smoking it, you're like, this tastes actually pretty good, and then you get to the end, you're like, is that it? That was literally the game. Once you got to the end, that was kind of it. You literally had to wait like a month and a half for them to do their Cataclysm, and even that got delayed. So it was just like fuck, and it was sucked because the mechanics were fucking spot on.
Yeah,
Spot
it was
on
so much
mechanics. It
fun.
was so good, so good. But fighting enemies just didn't hit, and like things to do in the world. Like I spent so much time flying around like doing bullshit, and then like I would do like these mini missions, and they just kind of repeated. And I was like, wait, I just did this mission in this other area. It's literally the exact same mission with a different name, and it's the same shit I got to do. There was no, it just didn't flow. Like they weren't prepared. That's another thing. Also another big open world, super open world that had super fuck ups. Fucking No Man's Sky.
But they
No Man,
fixed it over time. But
they
yeah,
did it over. I years. It took them
yeah,
years to fix that shit.
that shit
I
came out
still
5 years
play No
ago.
Man. I still play. Yeah, I still play No Man's Sky because of how they fix it. It is a much more enjoyable game. Much more enjoyable. It's way different than when it came out. It's almost like a completely different game. So it's actually, if you have the money, it's like a $30 game. It's actually worth it. It's worth
Wow.
30.
Yeah.
It's
I'll
totally
say
worth
this
it.
too. Like one of my favorite studios, we haven't brought them up at all. And I don't think they've done a recent. Yeah, in fact, no, they haven't done an open world game. Maybe that's for the best. Has been Naughty Dog. I mean, obviously they got
Yeah.
The Last of Us 1 and 2, and then they got all the Uncharted and the Lost Legacy and all of that. That's their bread and butter. The adventure, semi-survival horror, but big maps, at least on The Last of Us 2, but it truly was not an open world game at all.
But
Um,
but it
it is
has
what it is.
at the same time though. Like honestly, those games they feel open worldy though. You know what I mean? It's very
They
narrative
did.
driven, but they give you the feel of
Yep.
like being able to do like all this cool shit, like whatever you want to do. But it's still in a very controlled environment. But you don't get that feeling at all, you know, when you're in the game because the way that they created the game, they created it in a way where you're not gonna notice. There's no invisible walls. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? There's no the boundaries seem like natural boundaries for
Yep.
a game, and you just don't notice. But you can walk around where the fuck you want. It seems very large, but it's actually not. And I
Yeah.
think when we talk about like Bethesda's open world games, one of their two of their like most successful games recently have not been the I forget the name of the fucking game now.
Which one? Fallout?
Like Skyrim and Fallout and
Oh, the Elder Scrolls.
yeah, it hasn't been Elder Scrolls or Fallout. It's been Doom and goddamn what's the other one? The new Colossus,
Oh, Wolfenstein.
Wolfenstein. Yeah, those games have fucking killed it. And guess what? They're not open world games, but they get to the goddamn point, and they're amazing games because the way the gameplay holds up and the way they're written, all this stuff. Like you don't need to have all this extra bullshit in the game. I have hope
Yeah.
for open world games in the future, but I think that right now we're just in a weird spot where like just the developers have not figured out how to properly code open world games with this generation of consoles. They just haven't.
It would be interesting as fuck to see a really good Doom if they were able to pull it off. Because remember, some of those maps for Doom, especially because they were multi layers, like they'd be
Yeah.
4 or 5 stories high, and you double jump, dribble, blah blah blah. They were huge world, just like The Last of Us, huge world, like sandboxes for you to play in.
Yeah.
It would be interesting to see a Doom Eternal 2 or whatever you want to call it, if they did attempt it. And I believe in that studio if they ever tried it, just because they knocked it out of the park with 2016
No, they
and
have
Doom.
though. It's called Rage, and that's the problem.
Rage,
Yeah.
Rage got tanked.
yeah, Rage
And I'm
sucked.
pretty sure that's the same. Actually, I didn't mind Rage. It could have been better, yes, but I think the thing about the modern versions of Doom is that you got kill rooms, and the kill rooms was the thing. Like you can't do a kill room in open world because you'd have to lock down the thing, then it wouldn't be open world anymore. But the kill room thing with Doom, it really revolutionized first person shooting. Maybe not revolutionized, but it brought it back to a point of like old school gaming to like where I used to play Unreal a lot. I used to play even like the old, Quake and stuff like that. But you had like certain rooms where you knew where everything was and like how to get around and like kill shit really efficiently. And the fact that Doom brought that back into this current generation, having a kill room of like, hey, this is like your little sandbox of fucking murder. It was amazing, but I don't think that's going to work in an open world format, though. I really don't.
What about now for looter shooters like Borderlands?
Borderlands is sort of open world. I think it's open world light, in my opinion.
Yeah, I was about to say because like once you're still going from A to B, but you're able to go back, but there's nothing new in those areas. Not necessarily. I mean, maybe if you pick up a side mission or whatnot. But
This is the Prodigy. In an open world, traditionally, you can go wherever you want at all times, right?
Yep.
In Borderlands, you can't do that.
Yeah, I mean, you're right. I mean, but they're huge maps.
Yes.
But you can't go everywhere. Like you can't go to the last boss because it's usually on another planet, or you got to unlock X, Y, and Z.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't technically call it an open world.
No.
I think it doesn't fit as neatly, although big maps, you know.
Well, even the maps, though, like there were certain maps. Like you had to go to different planets. Those were maps, right? So you couldn't go to any of those planets right from the get-go. You had to start on a planet, like others. So that's why I wouldn't consider Borderlands open world. They're still fun as shit. Don't get me wrong. I'm a huge Borderlands fan.
Yeah.
Yeah, part 3 was a lot of fun. I still haven't beat it with my Siren.
I still enjoy Wonderlands. I hope that the next Borderlands or whatever takes components from Wonderlands and puts it in Borderlands. It's like the magic component to me was like it's so much fun, but they didn't put as much thought into Wonderlands as it is in Borderlands. So
yeah. I had to think like out of all the Uncharted's, the closest to open world was the one with the two ladies with Chloe and Nadine, because there's an area where you're in, you can literally drive and go anywhere and explore, and then come back to a central area and go back to other areas. You can go back to where you've been, but the game doesn't stay that way. Once you finish the area, you end up going to another linear type storyline type thing. Even though, like we said before, they're big areas and stuff, but it gives you a little taste of open world, which was, to me, it was refreshing for Uncharted.
Now, here's the thing with Naughty Dog. Again, one of my favorite studios. I'm very fucking curious on what they're going to do with this standalone multiplayer set in the Last of Us 2 kind of world or whatever. I don't think it's going to be completely open world.
No, it shouldn't be. Yeah.
I mean, we'll fucking see. I don't know how it's going to work when we haven't seen a whole lot of gameplay.
It's not only gameplay. We've gotten very little information. All we got is that it's multiplayer set in that world, and that's kind of about it, really.
Yeah, and I love factions a whole bunch. So we'll see.
One other thing that's sad though is that the new Last of Us remake, which looks technically amazing, but there's no multiplayer in that one at all. The Last of Us 1 remake. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, and obviously people are really complaining about the fact that it's $70 on PS5 and it's a remake and all that.
That's a price tag, man.
Well, but here's the thing. Nobody has a gun to your head. If you think it's too much, obviously you can wait. Don't buy it. You can wait for a sale that they're gonna fucking have in 4 to 6 months.
Black Friday.
Yeah, Black Friday. You'll probably be able to get it for $30-$35. You know what I mean?
25.
Yeah. So I mean, it is what it is. But yeah, a little weird. Again, they're shying away from the multiplayer aspect, obviously in anticipation of this big whatever new IP. But the thing about it is, again, The Last of Us 1 factions, and then Uncharted 2 and 3 and 4 went hard on the fucking multiplayer, and that was fucking fun as shit. So we'll see.
Well, I think it's difficult for most gaming studios besides GTA for obvious reasons. GTA 5 anyway. It's hard for them to sustain, an online presence, because I mean it costs money to keep servers on. And what I don't get is why they're not taking the revenue from PSN Plus and Xbox, what is it called, Gold or whatever? Service, Xbox Live.
Well, now it's pretty much Game Pass now.
Game Pass, okay. Well, they're not taking revenue from that and like putting that towards their upkeeping their servers, but whatever. Neither here nor there.
Yeah, and I mean, to give credit where credit's due, and me and Old Ninja have been on this quite a bit, but Bungie's still doing well with Destiny 2 in terms of updates and keeping current, and obviously free to play now or whatever. So I mean, I think that. Go
We're
ahead.
about to go in on some Destiny, but go
Yeah,
ahead.
man, we got to talk about it. Let's go.
Finish what you finish.
No,
your
no, no.
thought.
I'm with you. Go ahead. That was the segue.
Oh man. Oh, Destiny 2. It started their new season last week. Prodigy and I have been on it. He's been on it probably maybe as much as me. Maybe probably more. I gotta say maybe a little more. There's days when I'm not even at home until super late and I don't even play. I'm busy watching like House of the Dragons or some shit. And so Prodigy gets it in his head that he's ready to do a raid because he finishes the current campaign of the expansion of the Witch Queen.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, well, what do you mean? He's like, I'm ready. I'm raid ready. I finished this campaign. I can do a raid. I'm like, are you sure about this? Like, because yesterday you didn't know how to work your audio in the game. So
You told me to toggle something.
You
Never
can't,
mind.
you can't even double jump properly, bro.
no, he has issues with the jump after playing the. So he played the game at launch, stopped playing, came back to playing, still has problems with jumping.
Your
So
platform keep moving.
I was like, bro, are you sure about this? He's like, oh, I'm raid ready. Who's gonna do this raid with me? All y'all gonna do this raid? You don't understand? I'm gonna have to carry y'all. He starts going out. I needed you to get my pew pew on. I'm like, bro, you don't even know how to like set up your character. Like he's like, oh no. I'm like, all right, I'm going to indulge you on this. I'm gonna humor you. We're gonna do this. We'll set this up. We got a bunch. We have like this clan on Destiny. We have most of the people in the clan we know, or like our acquaintances of. So they kind of and sort of indulged. Not everybody showed up, but a couple people showed up. So we're doing this before we start, before we even get into the raid. I tell this dude, I'm like, hey, do you have these particular like setups for your character? They're called fragments. They enhance your abilities in the game. He's like, oh yeah, I've been head bought this. I spent all my money on this. I already got this. I'm like, okay, let's do this raid then. So I picked the raid. I picked one of the old raids. It's one of the raids from Destiny 1 that they brought Destiny 2 that we're able to play. So we're playing. It's going okay at first. And this guy's like, we didn't even get into the vault yet. And he's like, dude, that took forever. This is long. I'm like, long?
Well,
We're getting started.
yeah, I mean, I knew we were on the first stage or whatever, but it took a minute
It
because
did take a minute, but we were not on the first stage. And then there's a jumping puzzle. That's when I think
that's when you took a whole bunch of L's.
Yeah.
no, hold on. That wasn't even. Hold on. Just set the record
We're
straight.
gonna hold on now. Okay.
That wasn't even a puzzle. Y'all just said, oh, there's some loot somewhere deep in this cave or whatever. That wasn't even part of it.
So it is a secret. It's if those of you who are on Destiny, it's the very first raid chest in the game. There is a slight jump. It is technically a jumping puzzle. It's not that complicated.
If you're
but
not Prodigy.
Yeah, it's not that complicated, but you still had a little bit of issues. You weren't. I will give a caveat. You were not the only one, but you were the one who did the most attempts and still. So we get through this, and we finally get to the first raid boss, and that's where things kind of pretty much fall apart. You know, where everyone's like yelling at each other. Like,
well, I mean, let's be real though. A couple of them people were way too high to be playing games.
I will admit these are people that you brought into the raid. One of them has been on this podcast.
Yes.
Who's out here yelling at you because they thought that you were ready for this raid, which you clearly were not.
Let's be real.
You're up here running. You literally ran into the raid with two of the same weapons.
I like them weapons.
You ran out of bullets?
No.
They were infinite.
The way they set it up now, if you have like, I guess the most common weapons, they're infinite ammo, so you don't get stuck. But the heavy hitting, exotic stuff, you have to pick up ammo for. But because he didn't have the stuff I told him for, he couldn't do the damage we needed to.
No.
Hold on. He did not have the elements to help him do the damage that we needed him to. On top of these two other guys arguing with each other, as well as talking shade to Prodigy while we're trying to get through this raid, and it was a clusterfuck. We couldn't even get past the first raid boss has 3 stages. We got through the first one, and it literally took us 3 hours.
God
Yep.
damn.
Hours.
What the
3
fuck?
hours to get to that because we failed so many times. Granted, I will give a caveat. There were people who were in it who had not played the raid before. However, they were more keen to listening to instruction rather than Prodigy, who thought that he can just go, Leroy!
Hey,
And they
all I
love it.
know is this. Y'all gave me an assignment. Y'all wanted me to stay on the right side and take out, what was it? Whatever the heavy and the
Yes, all of that. But we also had to yell at you like, hey, we need you to watch above you and take out people that are sniping the people that are doing the objective, because if
yeah.
not, we all get wiped. And you weren't exactly clear in that. And if you had done what I had told you, you would
Nah.
have been powerful enough to take out the big heavy enemies in like 1 or 2 hits.
They
Very
weren't
easily.
dude, I was taking out
Very easily.
the Vex that were like the stormtroopers or whatever. That's what they really were
No,
mostly. But then
the ones that had shields, they're called Minotaurs. The big ones, they literally slap you in the face. You could have literally, with my advice, with the elements that you should have picked up, you could have took them out in like 1 to 2 hits.
yeah, but
Very easily.
well, so here's the thing. I agree and I appreciated later on when you broke down the whole, what was it, the fragment
Yeah, they're called
purchasing.
fragments.
I was like, what the hell?
Oh, that was a whole nother story too, because apparently he can't read menus about how
You
to
know.
buy things. He literally sent me, how is it that this is unlocked? It doesn't tell me. It tells me to, what the fuck? He said like,
No, you were talking about buy these things that are locked, and I was like, well, it's locked. What do I need to do to unlock it? And you were like, buy it,
exactly.
buy it, buy
Yeah,
it.
but you all, this doesn't make sense. I can't. It's like most things in games. In order to unlock it, what do? You either acquire it or you buy it, and then it becomes unlocked.
Yeah,
But
which hold on,
somehow that
anything
escaped you.
anything that's locked, you have to unlock it first. Like
Yes, you can unlock
that's
it by
it.
purchasing it, and then it becomes unlocked in a
No,
game.
no.
Yes, you can literally buy, like, in order to unlock certain doors, sometimes you have to buy a key or acquire a key. That's all you had to do. But this dude, all he had to do was look top right and like, oh, I can just click open and I can buy all the stuff. But he didn't even do that. He's all, she's supposed to give it to me. If I go to this vendor and go to her and speak to her, she's supposed to automatically give it to me. This dude's yelling at me that the game isn't doing what it's supposed to do. I'm like, dude, how is it that 9 and 13-year-old kids can figure this out? And you as a grown man
I
can't
got
figure
this
out
shit. I mean,
how to do
I
this.
didn't know about. Look, I
It's a
ain't played
new
this game in
game.
like 5 years. I didn't know about the fragments all that well, but now I got
Hold
it.
on. He's been playing literally the game for a month, the new update for a month and a half, and he still couldn't do it.
It's been
So
like 3 weeks, two,
it's
3
been a month and a half because one of the
It's
members
been
of the
28
clan.
days. How dare you?
weeks.
So, if you, those of you who have not already interacted with me and Prodigy in the last couple of days, this is all on Twitch. You can watch
Oh,
all of
Jesus
this
Christ.
shit
He's got
on
receipts.
Twitch. It's a so most of the audio is me. However, everyone else in the background is faint, but you can still hear them. You can hear, just turn your volume up just a little bit. You will
It is
hear
calm.
all of this shit. It is a 2 hour and 55-minute stream. It is on our Twitch page right now. I need to save it because after a week, I think it deletes. So I'm gonna save it so you can watch it forever and ever and ever and ever.
Yeah, put it
This
on
is
YouTube.
our first,
Yeah.
this is our first attempt. We're probably gonna try to attempt this within the next week or so. This is just the first raid. There's five raids. There's 5 raids
When
and 4 dungeons in this game.
hold on, for those who don't know, and I learned some shit, which was nice. You said that if you get to the milestones or whatever, it saves it for you, right, or something like that.
Okay. Every time you get to a boss, it will checkpoint. And if you beat certain stages of that boss, it will checkpoint. However, every week the game will like reset. So the raids reset because it changed. What it does is basically it picks a raid in a dungeon per week to give you very high loot, very specialized high loot, and it rotates per week. So every week it resets and changes and raid and dungeons and other like activities do it as well. So we had until we started Monday night. The reset for the game is on Tuesday. So we had literally a night to get through the end. But I mean, if we started like yesterday, we would have checkpointed. We'd have that checkpoint until Tuesday. So there you go.
That's good shit, man. It's fun. We're gonna try it tomorrow.
Yeah, I still remember playing like I remember Destiny, the first one first came out, and I got the alpha for it, and I played it. And I was like, this game is fucking cool as shit. So I remember I was really skeptical because there's Bungie, and I'm not a huge Bungie fan, because I'm not a huge Halo fan until 343 took over, and then it was okay. But I was very iffy about it, but it was. I remember we played the shit out of the first Destiny. Remember that shit? We used to like use that loot cave a lot.
Oh, dude, everyone! So check this out. Because the loot cave, after they patched it, they turned it into a dungeon.
Yeah.
The loot cave is the entrance to a dungeon to now get the Gallahorn. So in order to get the Gallahorn, in order to get the Gallahorn, they make you work for it. You got to go through a dungeon. You have to go through it twice. You go in to get an artifact. You got to go back in to charge it or whatever the fuck, and then you get the Gallahorn at the end of the dungeon. So it's a fun way to get it. And dungeons are 3 people, so it's a fun way to get stuff. But yeah, it's funny to me because Kronos had brought this up. Like when Destiny first came out, it looked beautiful. It looked a damn beautiful game.
It was amazing.
I booted up Destiny 1. I was like, damn, this ran on my 360. Like, what the hell? This looks amazing. Like, it still looks. I mean, it's a little dated, but it still looks fucking good. And there's still people playing. I went to like a social area. There's like 30 people in there. Like, what the hell? People still play this?
That's nice.
Yeah, but this new expansion coming out in February, this looks like this is a game changer for Destiny. So it should be interesting.
Well,
we'll see what's
not even the same goddamn game. Like it looks totally different.
Yeah,
it looks like somebody dropped
really
acid and played Destiny.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Well, what's really cool to me too. I mean, obviously back in the day with 1 and 2, and I really played those mostly at launch. It was console specific as well, and now it's not only free to play, but you can do the cross-play stuff. And with it being free to play, you'll find a whole bunch of people on PC and Xbox and whatnot.
Oh yeah,
that you can game with. So it's some social fun stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
We gonna get this right.
I give the game credit because it is probably the least toxic gaming community I've encountered compared to like Battlefield and Call of Duty, where you're hearing the N-word in every lobby, versus Destiny. People are like, hey, do you want to play? Do you have a clan? Like, hey, what are you doing? They start doing like dances and stuff. Hey, do you have anyone to play with? Like that type of thing. You're not getting a whole lot of shade. There are people like trying to give you like, tips on like how to better your character. Like, hey, it looks like you're running this and that. Hey, you should try this, or maybe you should do this. Run with us. We'll help you get this. Like that's the way I like to play it versus playing in Call of Duty where people assume that I'm black, even though I am. But
let's say assume, bro.
Yeah. Well, no, I'm talking about in Call of Duty. You can't see me. You see my character, but they
hear your blackness.
Is your character
hard
black?
R. Hard R.
They hear your blackness. They smell your Negro-ness.
Damn, they can smell my cool water?
There you go. Yeah, but I mean, you're right about the Destiny community, old ninja, with the exception of Kareem. Fuck that motherfucker. This fool was high as fuck talking about it. You got 2 pulse rifles. I was like, I like my rifles.
You do. Come on, you can't be going into a raid with 2 of the same weapons. Sorry.
I like them weapons, though.
He was right, but he came off about it kind of wrong because I'm pretty sure he took a fat hit up front.
Meanwhile, he was dying.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, he couldn't jump. But anyway, let's keep going.
Yeah, truth though. Damn.
We're on Truth Social, but you can't get it on Google Play Store anymore.
Can't get it on Google app.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Damn.
I was kidding. We're not on Truth Social.
You want to speak on it real quick?
What?
Go ahead.
Yeah. So apparently the Truth Social will no longer be on. I don't know if it ever was really on Google Play Store, but it definitely ain't now because they were just like, nope. You can't do that. You can't be talking all that shit and be on the Play Store. And so, of course, they'll claim First Amendment. But it's like First Amendment does not apply to private companies. Get the fuck out of here. Like, it never has. So, if the government is trying to silence you, then, yeah, First Amendment definitely applies. But even then, there's limitations. People want to pretend that, First Amendment is limitless. It's not. It's really not.
Yeah. And I mean, I'll just say this, though. It kind of dovetails a little bit, but Ooh, boy, that FBI is on that ass right now.
I'm enjoying season 3.
Ooh, boy.
You know, I'm enjoying it.
Oh,
I
shit.
mean, the FBI put out petty, like pictures of whatever. I saw them all over Twitter and shit, just saying, "Look, this motherfucker put top secret shit. He was storing it in his home."
Well, and people
Like,
think that that's not a big deal. Listen, I have a clearance. Actually, today I don't. I probably still do. I don't know. But I've had top secret clearance. If I'd have taken any of that shit home with me or anywhere else outside the fucking facility, I'd have been thrown in jail, like legit
Yeah.
jail. And I'm not even a civilian jail. I get thrown in a fucking federal prison for that shit.
Yep.
And people want to say, "Well, he's the president." That should not matter. He's still a civilian. They're still secrets, and he wants to say, "Oh, I declassify them." It doesn't. It's not a fucking magic wand, man. It's not a magic wand. If the materials that you have give the locations of certain operatives that we have in other countries, or country are our secrets of our Defense Department or whatever, that's still sensitive material. You cannot leave those things in an unsecured place. Mar-a-Lago, a fucking golf course, is not a secure facility. It's not, you moron, because civilians go there all the time to like golf and do other stupid shit. And it's been infiltrated by fucking China. There's a Chinese woman that remember the story like a couple years back. A fucking Chinese spy got on Mar-a-Lago with a thumb drive super easily. And there's some people that have snuck on there from the beach.
She wasn't just a thumb drive. She had a bunch of stuff on her. She had a bunch of like I guess a lockpick device. I think she had some kind of like weird weapon. She had a bunch of shit on her.
It's just all that shit, man. Go ahead.
No, I was just going to say real quickly, the other thing that's so ironic to me, quite clearly, people who work for Trump's staff also were concerned and probably ratted his fucking ass out. Like, you know what I mean?
As you should have. I would have. Shit, if I saw somebody, I went to somebody's, because there's literally when he was still the president, there are photos of him with dignitaries at Mar-a-Lago with classified documents on the table, and the people are taking pictures. It's like, you can't fucking do that. You can't do that. It's classified for a reason, and people they don't understand because they've never been. I don't want to say privileged, but it is actually you've never been privileged enough to actually be in the same room as these documents. I've seen all kinds of fucked up shit, and you don't want these things being public.
You don't want them public. You also, even beyond being public, you don't want them in the hands of foreign enemy of the entire fucking U.S. government. And the other thing is, and again, I'm just somebody here in Chula Vista chilling. I've not seen top secret documents or anything like that. But some of them, as Kronos was alluding to, have the locations for U.S. spies. So you're literally putting people who put their life on the line for the country at fucking risk of being brutally executed.
Not only I mean, I don't know. I guess privilege nowadays, people have some weird kind of outlook towards it, but it literally, in order to get clearance to see these documents, it has to be granted to you. So in order to get, because there's like secret, and then like top secret, you have to get those ranks up there. And like, you can't just, apparently, according to some of the January 6th hearings, Trump was kind of just giving people weird clearances like off the cuff.
Yes,
like,
especially some of his attorneys, which is just like, okay, you definitely can't do that. First of all, I don't know how that dude actually even passed a background check. First of all, like, to get clearance like that, he was the president. I get that, but it's like he didn't even. This motherfucker didn't even win the popularity contest. Okay, he didn't win the popularity contest. All right, if you look at the actual numbers, he lost with millions of votes both times. It's not even arguable at this point. And like, you need to be an actual reputable person to have a security clearance that high. And I don't necessarily agree that he should have that. I think any person that is running for president should need to pass a normal top secret clearance background check. That should be like the fucking bare minimum. The bare fucking minimum. But
That doesn't
obviously,
even sound that hard. That doesn't even sound that hard for most normal press. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
no,
Yeah,
okay.
it's not like he had to go to boot camp or anything at that age.
no, no. They just they have to. It's a bunch of phone calls. They look through all your shit, all your finances, which obviously they fucking didn't with that guy because his finances are pretty fucking shitty. But yeah, I just don't understand why this dude was able to have that amount of classified material at a fucking golf course and people are not up in arms about it when lives are
No.
literally at the lives and the security of our nation are at stake. And people are just like, oh no, I mean you can just declassify it. That's not how that
Yeah,
shit works, man. It's not how that shit works.
a lot of his supporters, because at this point, I don't consider MAGA to be Republican anymore. It's like it's a whole different thing, and his supporters are like, "Oh, he's the president." I'm like, "Well, he's the former president," and to declassify at that level, I think is a bit either it's not possible or he has to go through steps to get it.
Yeah,
You can't just walk out with the box and be like, "Oh, I'm taking this and now it's declassified."
the president. So the president can declassify things,
Even
but
former or
not former. But they're gonna
yeah,
say at the time he did it, but he didn't because he's an
yeah, that's
idiot.
what I'm saying.
Um,
They the point that that those documents left the building after January 6th.
yeah, because if he went through the proper channels of declassifying it, he wouldn't have got raided.
Oh, exactly,
So
100%. But these people are like, oh, he declassified these people who follow him. They're like, he declassified them. It was his right. This is a witch hunt. They should not have taken this. And then they're like literally attacking the FBI because he's complaining on Twitter that these things
not
belong to
Twitter.
him. Oh, I'm sorry. Truth Social not going to be on Google anymore. Um, he's posting that these things belong to him. He declassified them, and the FBI is doing an unlawful raid. That's what he kept saying. Everything was unlawful. Unlawful this, unlawful that, and his followers believe him. They
So
didn't even
I thought
follow up.
he was a law and order guy. What are you talking about? This law and order
Oh,
guy.
shit.
Yeah.
Well,
Meanwhile,
all
just
these people they say back to blue. The FBI is technically a blue outfit. They just wear suits though.
but here's the other thing too. A federal judge needed to approve and had all of this suspicion and warrants and all of this other stuff. And as it turns out, surprise, fucking surprise. I mean, according to at least the stuff that they've released in terms of that picture or whatever, or those setup pictures, yeah, there was shit there that literally said top secret on it.
Well, the problem that I have is like saying it's a witch hunt and saying this is. It's like okay, they're investigating you, man. They didn't literally walk into your house and just threw you in fucking jail. They're running an investigation. You have no idea how the maybe he's exonerated. Maybe everything they did was totally up to code. We have no idea. I fucking highly doubt it. But especially the fact that like the way he's responding to this. But you can't say the FBI is up to no good and blah 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 when they're literally investigating the possibility of a crime. If you cannot trust, I can't even say cannot trust. If you're not willing to give an organization the authority to investigate, when literally they're the Federal Bureau of Investigations, then you're a fucking moron. Especially when you're touting law and order. And don't get me wrong, like the FBI, I don't have a lot of fucking confidence in most law enforcement at this point in my life. I don't. But at the same time, they didn't fucking throw your ass in jail. They
Nope.
didn't, they're not abusing you. They didn't fucking beat your ass in the fucking street. They're
You're
investigating the possibility of a crime. So let them investigate. If you have nothing to hide, then guess what? You got nothing to hide, and then you'll be fine.
Yeah, but a hit dog hollers. So
And so, according to what I was looking at today, it could go either way at this point. So,
well, here's what I'll say too, though. We're in kind of unprecedented territory here. We don't know how this shit is all gonna fucking shake out, and the whole concept of a former president potentially going to federal prison for crimes that are literally against the state that you were formerly the president of Um, I don't even know what to say about that. That's
Well,
fucking
the
wild.
last time something like this potentially was going to happen was Nixon, and
Yeah,
Nixon did the honorable thing, and he fucking resigned.
Yes, he resigned.
When
My thing is his former. I mean, this is a history lesson, but his VP basically pardoned him, and so we didn't have the criminal prosecutions or anything like that in his civilian life or whatever.
yes, but he didn't also still run on this same bullshit after he
Yeah.
got pardoned. Like this is what's happening with Trump. So no matter what anybody wants to say, Trump got what the fuck is the name of that fucking term? He got impeached by the
Twice.
House. Twice by the House. He's the only president ever, as far as I know, that's been impeached fucking twice. And so someone wants to say, oh, well, he didn't get the gentleman's thing to do, or gentlewoman, once we have a woman president, would have been, once he got impeached, is to step down. That's what Nixon did. He got impeached. He's like, oh, you caught me. I'm out. I'm a racist piece of shit. I'm out of here. That would have been the honorable, sort of honorable thing to do with air quotes. But Trump, his ego knows no bounds. He doesn't know shame. He doesn't know basic human decency, and so he's not going to do something like that. And so now we're seeing the. I think after all is said and done, we're going to see like some changes with all three branches of government, because obviously the executive branch has the power can be unchecked, and the judicial branch, their power is going pretty much unchecked at this point. They're overturning things that have precedence. That's going unchecked. And the what was the last one? Legislative branch.
There you
we go.
Good save.
Yeah, I was had to think about it. All right, I was like, God damn it, AOC didn't know, and she's a goddamn congresswoman. Anyway, the legislative branch, they need to get rid of the fucking filibuster, because that's really making a lot of their work bullshit, because they need a supermajority to pass most things, and it's fucking bullshit. So I think that they need to curtail and enhance, the three branches of government. Obviously, it's not working properly. We need to get back on track, and until we do that, we're going to be in this state of like the shadows of a civil war in America until we fix these things. We need to fix all three branches to be modernized.
Yeah, I'd love to see it. I'll just quickly say this. I know you want to get in old ninja. I'm just going to say, don't forget the ability for Black people, especially in the South, to be able to vote is extremely important, and that the lack of a John Lewis voting rights bill pisses me the fuck off. But go ahead, old ninja.
Yeah, that's because of the filibuster, right? Because
Yeah, no, I get it.
Yeah.
I completely get it. Whatever it takes to make that happen is fucking important. And I'll let you get in, old ninja. But I'm gonna after this, I'm gonna take one step on some real stuff on Mississippi for a second. Go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say it's really just an anecdote. I wasn't gonna say anything insightful, really, but I do know this: if Trump happens to die in the next 2 years, it will have some kind of weird ramification. If he dies of natural causes, people are gonna, conspiracy theorize that it was like a hit job or whatever. I mean, when he dies, one way or another, there's still gonna be violence.
Yep,
I
agree.
Fortunate, no matter any which way he dies, whether it's a car accident, he dies of a disease, he dies of natural causes, there will be these extremists that are gonna cause violence because they believe that somebody killed him and it's a cover up or some whatever whacked out reason, and there's going to be some kind of violence, either maybe even by a militia, but it will definitely be some people that are going to act out and not believe that he's dead. Or because he's dead, they're going to try to quote unquote retaliate.
Yeah, I don't doubt that at all, and I think I talked about it in our little chat group. But I think that people in the future are gonna look back on this point in time of being like one of the stupidest fucking time periods of the United States. They're going to likely compare this to the years before the Civil War because of how much stupidity has happened and how much shit they just like let slide and just didn't address certain issues in the United States. And like having somebody this fucking stupid and controversial become president and continue to platform this, even when he got deplatformed, to continue to have this person still have some sort of sway on the American people instead of just throwing his ass in fucking jail for obvious fucking crimes and like having to go through all this fucking rigmarole of like making sure everything's airtight because he has money. And it's just like it's crazy to me because there's people that are in jail for like way lesser offenses right now and that are sitting they're sitting in jail to stand trial. And this dude who has had way more of an effect on American society, he literally has blood in his hands through like calling his followers to action on January 6th. If you want to argue with me about that, you're an idiot. There's really no need to argue. It's proven at this point. I don't want to be facetious or, insulting, but I mean, if you don't want to believe in basic facts, I don't know what to fucking tell you. He called them to action. They did it. People died. And, we're still waiting for him to be held to account. Meanwhile, this dude's free. He's a free person in America, still holding rallies, drumming up his little bass and calling people to more action. He's still spouting QAnon fucking bullshit, and he's still there's no accounting for him yet. Still, and what is our government really afraid of by holding him to account? We shouldn't need to have all this fucking bullshit being done to convict this guy, or even just to get him in a goddamn courtroom. We don't. And I think that hopefully one of the changes that comes forward after all this is to hold the president as an actual civilian and not a fucking king when it comes to legal matters. So if somebody's charging him of a crime, it's taken seriously, and his ass gets to fucking court, and he doesn't send a fucking lawyer, he doesn't send somebody else, he doesn't get to sit free, he doesn't get to ignore court orders. He takes his or her ass to court and defends themselves. Or if you want to plead the fifth, which he has, you can do that. But he needs to be a jury of his peers, and they need to figure out his fate. Instead of right now, this is a way more than a year after what happened in America, and he's still a free fucking person holding rallies in America.
Yep. I'm going to switch it up just a little bit, but staying on some real life fucking shit. Everybody, I don't know, 5-6 years ago, we talked about on this cast right here, was so devastated about Flint, Michigan having terrible fucking water.
Yeah.
Yep. Terrible fucking water. You couldn't drink it. It was a crisis. They showed it on the news and all of that. Brown water, low income town, but a terrible, terrible situation. To my knowledge, it's still not completely fixed, but that's neither here nor there because people have moved on with other things. Well, here we are in the year 2022. Jackson, Mississippi, majority black town and the state fucking capital of Mississippi, does not have clean water to drink. This is a national emergency, a crisis. The infrastructure is so fucking shit. Again, richest country in the world, but the infrastructure in Jackson, Mississippi is so fucking shit that the water is toxic to drink, bathe. You can't boil it away. You cannot use the water out of the fucking tap. And I'm not talking about just for today or tomorrow or the rest of this month.
Foreseeable
No,
future.
motherfucker. This is in fucking definitely. There is no timeline on when the fuck this shit'll be fixed. I don't give a fuck. Anybody wants to be all rah, America's the greatest. Fuck you. This is an embarrassment. This is worse than a whole bunch of these quote unquote shithole third world countries, which I don't believe that's the case in terms of calling them shitholes or anything close to that. I'm just quoting what you fucking heard about these other places on the globe that don't have running water that you can use. This is America, and this is the bullshit that people are fucking excusing, sweeping under the rug, don't fucking give a shit about, especially since it's a majority black city. But infrastructure is important whether you fucking like it or not, and everybody should be fucking mad as hell about it. I don't see enough outrage about it. I don't see enough being done. Yes, the National Guard is being called and all of that,
Yeah.
but you need to do much more, and everybody needs to be held accountable who caused this shit and decided not to fund something as basic as drinking water for a majority black town in Mississippi. Go ahead.
Well, I think one of the things that I would like to bring up is that I don't know if it likely is that their water company provider is a private company, and if they are a private company, then they need to be. Okay, I'm going to say something that for people that are listening to this podcast or maybe are right leaning, might sound kind of fucking radicalized, but I don't really give a shit. I think that the utilities in America, all utilities, should be nationalized. Like this shouldn't be private companies writing bullshit for fucking profit. It needs to be a company that is owned by our federal government that has, proper backups, redundancies, and that are held to actual account. Because I can guarantee you right now, the company that owns the single fucking water treatment plant that is in Jackson, Mississippi, they're probably not even. There's probably going to be no financial hit to them at all. And the people, maybe the company might go down, but the people that are running the company right now, they'll be fucking fine. They'll have golden parachutes. They'll live the rest of their lives fucking rich. Meanwhile, people that are in that town right now are dying because they don't have access to basic to water. This is a basic thing in human life on the planet, is having access to water, and they don't have it because they have a non-redundant water treatment system in their city. They probably had no fucking idea that it was non-redundant, and they just lived their entire lives not knowing that a single issue could happen that could remove water from their lives. And it's insane to me. So I think that it's happening more and more. Like, look at even here in California with PG&E. PG&E has caused thousands of deaths in the past 10 fucking years through mismanagement and not keeping their power lines up to code and not properly clearing brush away from the power lines. And it's caused fires in California, that have killed thousands of people. But there's no accountability. PG&E is a monopoly. If you live in certain parts of California, you have no choice but to use their utility lines. You have literally no fucking choice. And they're still around after they've caused death. And now you're going to have a company in Mississippi where their shit failed, where you paid money for them for water, and what's their recourse? The people that are living there have no fucking... What, are they going to fucking sue them? How are they... They're just going to go bankrupt and not pay them out any money, and people there are fucked. They're totally fucked.
I'm trying to see... Yeah. Trying to see if it's which congressperson was saying that water was not a right.
Water... Yeah. Okay.
Like, access to water was not a right. It was like a privilege. And I was like, that doesn't seem...
It's literally on, if I remember correctly, life, liberty, and a pursuit of happiness. I think life, one of the things you need for life is fucking water.
Mm-hmm.
Right? That's like the basis of life on planet Earth, is you need fucking water. Right?
Yeah, I'm trying to see who said this. Someone said this.
And if you want to be technical, we fucking pay for it. So we're paying. So people are paying for that service, which, to me, it shouldn't even be like. You shouldn't be paying a private company for this shit. But here nor there, they're paying for a service that they are no longer getting. So how do you fix that? How do you fix that?
Everybody who's past fifth grade science knows that you can only go 3 to 6 days, 3 to 7 days
It's not very long.
without.
Yeah.
I mean, if you, like Kronos was saying, if you don't have fucking water, you're not living. You can live longer without food, but you need fucking water. So, like I said, national embarrassment. I don't give a fuck how you slice it. Like, that's, again, richest country in the world. You got a capital city. It's not even a rural town in the middle of bumfuck Egypt. It's a capital city of a U.S. state. You know what I mean? Like, come on. It's fucking embarrassing.
And just
Oh,
and before people think that we're just like California elitists, I think before, was it early on the podcast or before the podcast started, we were talking about brownouts here in California. So we're not immune, and I just talked about PG&E about being fucking a bullshit company. We're not immune to these same issues. It's a national problem that we're just covering up, and meanwhile we're just putting money towards the wrong shit. Look up the OCO fund and see how much money goes towards there every fucking year, even though we're not at war. Look that up and tell me how much money that we could have used that for something else. I don't know, like fucking drinking water.
Yeah, and I'll say this too. The ironic thing, just from a public policy and economic standpoint, is that infrastructure pays for it fucking self. It has an incredibly great ROI.
Yeah.
Whether you're building roads or airports or docks or power lines or whatever the fuck it is, when you bridges, whatever you're doing, if you're doing it well and in a hopefully a sustainable and economically viable manner, it usually has a positive ROI in the long term. Not right away, but usually it's positive. Like you'll have safe drinking water for the foreseeable future. It's a good thing.
I mean, even beyond, it's like more people will live longer and live in general that pay taxes.
Exactly. Exactly. The other thing is, I mean, it's fucking, everybody knows all throughout most of the country, you're seeing a lot of triple digit heat. You know what I mean? Mississippi is not some iceberg of an area. I'm sure it's 90 plus degrees and shit. You got kids, you got elderly. People are going to fucking die without water, even with the, bottled water being shipped in from the fucking National Guard or whatever. Some people are going to fucking die and roast. And it's just, I don't know, man. I obviously there's this outrage, burnout or whatever, but this shit just fucking disappointed the fuck out of me. These are American citizens.
So
real quick. Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Ninja.
So you see, there's this, there's a resolution as late. Reason why I say late, because this was in the year 2010, July 28th, 2010. The United Nations General Assembly explicitly recognized the human right to water and sanitation and acknowledged that clean drinking water and sanitation are essential to the realization of all human rights. Like, why did it take until 2010? Granted, this is a UN thing, but I don't know if the US has any kind of statute that is like this. I mean, I feel like this should have been done a long time ago, but I don't know. And I see that back in 2013, the CEO of Nestle said that water was not a human right.
Yeah, fuck that.
Because they monetized it. Anyway, so real quick, I probably said a word that people probably don't understand. I said the OCO fund. You can look it up. It's the Overseas Contingency Operations. It's basically something that we created after 9/11 to fund wars outside the DoD budget, which is bullshit because the DoD budget should be towards potentially war. But we still have the OCO fund, and it got renewed for this year for some reason when we're not technically at war fucking anywhere, for the tune of $42 billion. That's on top of the DoD budget. You're telling me that we couldn't use that money here? And I'm not saying that, I'm really nitpicky about, helping other countries. This is not helping other countries. This budget is literally for war, mainly towards like the Middle East. This is what it was created for. But we're not at war there anymore, right? But we still are in the budget. It's $42 billion of our tax dollars for this year, even though we're not there anymore, technically. And we can't use that money. We can't divert that money towards improving our own infrastructure, which would in turn improve our own national security, because people would have, we'd be more secure in our actual nation for like basic human rights shit.
Let me sell everybody listening to my fucking voice right now on infrastructure. First of all, and Kronos and Old Ninja know this quite well, way better than even me. The U.S. has shit internet speed, whatnot, and it's really, really expensive. If you invest in better, especially in the rural areas and whatnot, obviously a big country, we're a whole continent almost, Pacific to Atlantic, Atlantic to Pacific, whatever. You invest in better infrastructure from, just even the standpoint of high-speed internet. You will be able to watch interspecies reviewers in your home in a faster manner and be able to fap all day long. No fucking buffering, all of that shit. So help yourself. Invest in your infrastructure, and you'll be able to fap better to more squid girls.
Well, I think people in America, that's hilarious too. By the way, I mean, fast internet porn is great. I got 2 gig fiber here. I'm just saying,
Yes.
it's fucking great. It's fucking great. What people don't understand about like infrastructure shit, especially when it comes to like funding, basic, like food, sanitation, water, trash, all that shit. I think the point is, I hate doing this, but I have to do it all the time because most people in America that are oblivious to this kinds of shit, just think about it from a monetary point of view, okay? If you have better access to food, water, and education, what are you most likely to do later on in life? Have a better fucking career and make more money. If you make more money, what are you going to do? Pay more in fucking taxes. What's that going to do? Pay dividends back to America. So anytime somebody says, I don't want to do any, like, I don't want to pay more, I don't want to, have inner city fucking whatever. We don't need to fucking put more in infrastructure. You're literally putting our future at stake by, having poorer people in the future. We need to have people that have higher paying jobs to keep funding this fucking country for our basic fucking needs. All right. And some of these basic needs are not being funded enough. And if we simply divert that money towards, actual basic human needs, we'd be a much better society. But we're spending it on fucking bullshit. Or we just don't have the funding for it because we're literally keeping people poor.
Yep.
You're going to tell me that people that live in like fucking in the places that are not well funded, like you want to call them ghettos, whatever the fuck you want to call them, if they have better opportunities, they would pay higher taxes. They could literally improve their own communities and improve America in turn. But we're wasting opportunities because people are fucking selfish, non-thinking assholes.
What if there's a 5-year-old right now living in Jackson, Mississippi, that is going to invent the first real-world live-action Gundam? What if?
Could happen.
You know what I mean? Like we could have that. You know what I mean? So anyway, let's wrap it on up, guys.
Or there could be a Futa there too. I'm just saying.
Could
I
be.
mean,
You could have the gene.
what about a Futa Gundam? Wait a minute.
Oh my
Wait
God,
a minute.
that's too much.
The sword comes out from the crotch.
Yeah.
Oh, all right. I know
Spoiler.
I don't ask for this often. That's the title. Futa Gundam. Come on now.
Okay, there we go. I'm with it.
Oh my goodness.
I was thinking about that too. So yeah, we're on the same page.
Oh,
All right, old Nick, what you got populating this week?
Well, definitely not no Futa Gundam, that's for sure. I can stay on your desktop. So probably gonna do some of this more Destiny, obviously, a bunch of more Destiny. Actually, I gotta get on these Resident Evil games. I've been stuck on this spot, and I've been hesitant to go back. We didn't talk about She-Hulk episode 2.
I'm enjoying the show. I still
Yeah,
am.
I'm gonna watch episode 3 probably tonight, like way later tonight. Rings of Power is next week. Everyone's been hyped up. It's been showing up on, ESPN and like pretty much everywhere. Like Rings of
ESPN,
Power.
the Ocho, or just regular ESPN?
Just regular ESPN and the NFL Network. During all the football games, they're Amazon Prime's pushing people to watch the Rings of Power. So I'm gonna check it out. Starts next week. I'm gonna see what it's all about. What was it? Oh, I'm meeting meeting up with some friends. We're going to do some lunch here in the Bay and like catch up. We literally just chat, but we live within, I don't know, 5 miles of each other. We haven't seen each other in a year, so we're gonna do some lunch and catch up and do some things. And I'm probably gonna get a new TV for like $200. So
Nice.
we'll see.
Or Black Friday?
Yeah, before that, my friend, he was trying to buy a new TV. He has like a 50-inch 4K TV, so he's just trying to get rid of it. He wants to go smaller. I'm like, you don't want that no more? I'll take that. We'll see. It's not guaranteed, but I'm like at the bottom of the list. So
You're gonna get off the 4K. I'm sorry. You're gonna get off the CRT TV finally.
I have a 4K TV.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, I already have a 4K.
Okay.
We're gonna get another one for living room
Oh, okay.
because we have a small TV. So
Make sure it's big enough for all the Futa Gundams.
I've got a couple.
Yeah. Yeah. So I'd have two, because we don't have a TV. We have a small TV in the room, but nobody watches it. It's super small. Yeah, just been hanging out. Like I said, gonna watch some Rings of Power. I'm gonna start season 3 of Lock and Key pretty quick here, and then yeah. Oh, I don't know if you were watching last season of Lower Decks, but Lower Decks started for. Oh, speaking of
I
Kronos,
saw
sorry.
season 3. Yeah.
Yeah, so I haven't seen season 3 yet, so I'm gonna try to get on that as well. And then, Rick and Morty. Rick and Morty season
I was gonna
5.
say that. Yeah.
Rick and Morty season 5 is next week with this game, High on Life. I'm already hyped, even though they're not really connected, but they feel connected. The game,
it seems pretty Rick and Morty-ish.
yeah, so I'm super hyped on this show, on the game and the show. So Rick and Morty, I think, is next Friday will be season 5. So I'm hyped about that. So yeah, that's kind of it about for me.
Cronus, what you got populating?
I'm still unpacking boxes and shit. I need to. There's a lot of stuff I have to do, like coming up. It's like kind of personal stuff, but I'm looking forward to doing, getting back into Rescue Residence. Like I said earlier in the podcast, I have a board meeting, I believe tomorrow sometime, and it'll be my first board meeting in like 3 months. Which is like, for me, it's very long for me because I was super on board early on, and then like my life kind of went to shit. So yeah, just kind of getting more into that, getting more into jiu-jitsu again. I'm trying to get more regular on jiu-jitsu. I'm trying to up my general fitness levels. So I'm doing like a lot of stuff that's hopefully going to help with like my mental health, because it hasn't been great, but it's getting better. So
All right, that's good to hear.
I look forward to coming back to the Bay. Briefly, I'm coming back for
like a day, right?
like 2 days basically, like Mr. X's wedding. I'm coming back for him, so I'm gonna leave on Thursday, come back on Saturday. So
Shit. Yeah, it's like a day and a half.
Well, I'll leave in the morning on Thursday and then come back whenever I wake up sober on, on Saturday, because his wedding's on a Friday. So
yeah, that's the realest shit I've heard in like 2 weeks.
Yeah, I mean, it's me. So I'm driving. I'm not riding down there because I have a couple things to pick up. So I gotta replace some brake pads on my car tomorrow. And then I gotta get some. Not tomorrow, on Friday. And then I'm gonna get an oil change. Make sure my car will be good to go. I look forward to seeing some people. Not every. I won't be able to see everybody, but I'll see some of y'all.
Yeah, you won't be able to see me. It's gonna suck because I'm gonna be working. But
yeah, sorry, but it'll just short trip coming right back there and back, and come back down here. And yeah, this will be an interesting year for the family, because this is not like our forever home. This is just like very temporary for us. Literally, we plan on being here for like a year, and then buying a home hopefully next year. That'll be our home until our youngest graduates high school. But for now, I mean, she's in school, and she's doing great in school, and she's doing a lot better now. I was really concerned for a while after we moved, because like it was a lot of change for her, but now she's back on the straight and narrow. So she stopped stabbing kids. I was like, all right, I'm just kidding. It wasn't that bad. She's been doing all right in school. She's been doing excellent in school. They did like a star system, and she only got like one not good star, like the whole time she's been there. So it's been great.
That's great. That's great. For me, I'm definitely going to catch up on some Sandman. I've been working a whole fucking lot lately, so I want to definitely catch up on that, and I'll try Ring of Power a little bit, but most importantly, I got to finish this goddamn raid. Shout out to everybody who attempted to try to help on the first go around, but now we got a better methodology. And what's it? The vaulted glass one, right?
You know how to jump?
Yeah.
No,
he hasn't. No, he hasn't.
I feel like I need to fall off a few more platforms.
You will. It's funny because there's a legit jumping puzzle we haven't even gotten to yet.
I don't. Probably this is what I don't understand. All right, because we're basically the same age. You grew up in the goddamn Mario era. How do you not know how to fucking jump?
You know what it is? the Mario Brothers 1 at least, which is the one I played the most of, it didn't really have a double jump, right?
But
No.
double jumping is super. That's like
Yeah,
super,
that was
the double jump was like Super Nintendo era, which obviously you fucking lived through too. So
You know what it is too, especially with Destiny, it's the on off for the Warlock or
don't
whatever.
be the fucking Warlock. Like that's
It's
super
too late.
easy fix.
Yeah, I'm already
He's
locked
already
in.
invested.
Honestly, I'm surprised that you play as the I'm a Warlock player. I'm surprised that you're just playing the wrong fucking class.
Well, I didn't know anything about it at first.
No. The only the tankiest class is the
Titan?
the Titan.
Yeah, I thought you would have been a Titan. Yeah. That's
However,
100%.
the Titan's jump is even more similar to the Warlock now.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, because they added. There's each one now has a three types of jumps, and the Titan jump is very similar to the Warlock. The difference is when you jump first, you like boost. You can boost upward, and then you control your jump. So it's kind of weird.
It's not too late to maybe make another character. Let me get through this raid, and then I might make another character.
I mean,
we'll see.
It's not, but you gotta like get through. I mean, what you can do is move weapons to your new character, but it will be the armor that will take you kind of a minute to get back in order. So, I mean, I have 3 characters that I've carried all the way from D1. So,
yeah, you being a Warlock in that it'd be like if you were playing Borderlands 2 and you were not the shotgun guy. What's his name? Salvador.
Yeah.
And you weren't like, what the fuck? Like, why aren't you playing Salvador? That's obviously you.
Yeah. And it's funny because I mean, even in Elden, I was like, I had a gravity magic, but I was still fucking a tank. You know what I mean? I had like
you're
the
a tank
best
guy.
armor.
Warlock is not a tank.
yeah, it's not a tank, but the Warlock is super powerful now. Like with the latest 2 updates, they've made their like magic even more crazy hitting, and I mean it's cool.
I might
can kind of be tanky, but not really.
Yeah, and I might mess around with some Titan. Maybe I'll start a new character, but it's all good. All right, kick us out, old ninja. Goddammit.
All right, you just experienced Black and the Black times Infinity.
Who to me?
We didn't say we're stitching Blueware. They're out in the wind, but they'll hopefully be back soon. Well, Blue should be not back next week. He didn't come in. He said he was going to peek in, but he never did. But it's okay. You can check us out anywhere and everywhere with Bees and BTI. That's BTHAN anywhere and everywhere you listen to podcasts. Yes, that's whatever you're listening to. Tell your friends. We have a Discord. We have a bunch of cool stuff in the Discord and whatnot. If you want to join or get an invite, email us, beesandbti@gmail.com, and check out our official website, binheadproductions.com/beesandbti. And then every Wednesday we go live, 8:30 Pacific-ish on YouTube.
Yet many questions remain unanswered.
Disturbing.